It's over.
I've always wanted to make a "it's over" thumbnail, but I could never really bring myself to do it because every time I've ever watched a video that has an "it's over" thumbnail, whatever they're talking about isn't actually over. In this case, guys, I think it's over. I'm sure a lot of you guys are already up with the play. Nike have brought a lawsuit against Eben Fox, aka Cdaz, and Nick Tweenenberg, aka My Fits Are Trash. This is in relation to trademark infringement and essentially creating an organized community committed to the trafficking, buying, and selling of counterfeit Nike items. I will link down below in the description a link that you guys can follow to read the extensive court documents that are just stockpiled with evidence. Evidence that was made pretty easy, it has to be said, for Nike to procure, in that a lot of the stupid stuff these guys were engaged in was being filmed and posted about by themselves on their own channels. Let's go through the fast facts of the case, and then I really want to talk about the implications of this case on these two gentlemen moving forward. Now, both of these individuals have made it publicly clear that they are both connected to PandaBuy. PandaBuy is an overseas agent that facilitates the sale of replica products. Nike cannot go after PandaBuy directly because they are based in China, but because these two numpties are based in the States and are essentially acting as conduits for the PandaBuy entity, they are within the legal reach of Nike and so are thus being sued. Both Eben and Nick used Discord and Reddit and TikTok and other social media platforms to promote or sell counterfeit Nike products. Nike even have details of a website that these two created alongside with PandaBuy, wherein people can jump on the website and either be directed to PandaBuy to buy fake sneakers, quality checks to see how good the fakes are. Essentially, both Eben and Nick were making money from people buying through this website through affiliate marketing. They were making money via their Discord channels where buy, sell, trade transactions were ticketed, and then a fee of 7.5% was paid to the administrators, thus going into their pockets. And so all of the money that both Eben and Nick have made from this online organized counterfeit trafficking mechanism is subject to the investigation of this lawsuit, and the profits that are found to have been accrued by these gentlemen, Nike is seeking 3 times that in damages, alongside legal fees and punitive damages. And if you don't know what punitive damages are these. They are specifically designed to punish defendants whose conduct is considered grossly negligent or intentional. And so if Nike are able to prove that these guys were willfully going out of their way to discredit Nike or intentionally damage Nike's brand integrity or indeed infringe on their trademark, they are looking for money. And so that's a very truncated view of the case, which again, it's like 80 pages long. All of the things I've spoken about, Nike have gone into incredible depth to expose. And so one can only deduce that both of these sausages have got their bare bottoms up in the air, ready to be absolutely tanned by the forthcoming palm of Nike's legal team. This news, of course, has been met with mixed reviews in the sneaker community. You see, the sneaker community is still divided on reps. They've become so normalized over the years that a majority of the sneaker community, myself included, have just become a lot more tolerant of fake sneakers being part of the sneaker scene. But there are still some sneaker purists and members of the old school who still look at fake sneakers as a curse or a scourge or a lingering fart. And then on the other side, you have this new generation of rep sneakerheads that feel like they're doing the smart thing or the righteous thing by buying fake sneakers instead of real sneakers, sticking it to the real enemy, they say, who are sneaker resellers. And because these guys are basically poster boys for the replica sneaker community, a lot of people are praying and celebrating their downfall, while a lot of people are crying and complaining. Now, Nick Tweenenberg is also subject to the same fate as Cdaz, but he also has a brand. And this brand is called the Divided Youth or something like that. And they actually produce knockoff Nike Dunks. And so heaped on top of the already, you'd have to say, pretty hefty lawsuit against Nick is an additional claim from Nike that he has infringed on their trade dress standards for the Nike Dunk. And so he's also being sued for that as well. And according to previous precedents set by Nike in relation to other brands, you can all but guarantee that he is going to be toast. So Nike have got these boys by the short and curlies. Neither of them have done anything to help themselves by operating out in the open. They openly have themselves as owners of the contentious website in question. They frequently post on their social medias about how to buy these counterfeit sneakers. Like, they've really done Nike's job for them, documenting all of the illegal activities or all of the nefarious or all of the questionable activities on their social media platforms. CDAS hasn't done himself any favors by creating a video on YouTube wherein he returns a fake pair of Nikes to a Nike store, ends up getting refunded or given a replacement pair, which he supposedly donates onto a homeless guy or something like that. And he also makes videos where he goes out wearing fake sneakers and looks to try to convince people that they are indeed real. And Nike haven't looked too favorably upon this content because obviously it casts Nike in a bad light. Their shoes are indiscernible from fakes. People can just go buy fake sneakers and then return them to Nike and then get real money back. This of course has led to other copycats, content creators, ironically making reps of CDAS's own video. And so it's unsurprising that Nike are looking to take these guys to task seeking punitive damages, because all of these videos are made with the intent or goal to harm Nike's reputation, and that's something that they are no longer willing to tolerate. And for most of us that have been watching this content for a number of years, this has been inevitable. I'm almost surprised in a way that it's taken this long for Nike to actually seek some sort of legal action against these guys. And so now that CDAS has lawyered up, we actually have a statement. The statement issued by his attorney says, "We disagree with the allegations made, but we are planning to cooperate with Nike to resolve their concern." And so right off the bat, the bro is already looking to settle, which is completely understandable. And so what does a quick settlement likely mean for CDAS? Well, first and foremost, it's likely to incur less legal expenses, obviously. Taking a trademark infringement case to trial could be well over $1 million in legal fees alone. When it comes to settling a case like this, obviously there's going to be a lot of information that CDAS is going to need to give up in order for Nike to approach it with a little bit more leniency. Now, this will depend on the case and the attorney, but Nike will certainly ask for information about these reps, the source of them, who's manufacturing them, including his relationship with the source, etc. They might also ask him about more of the sales on the Discord server, including potentially implicating other sellers active in the space. And they're going to be looking for money. And a lot of this is going to depend on how much money he has made from this organized trafficking community that he and Nick have created. And so they're going to want access to accounts and receipts and transactions. And my feeling is, if he wants them to approach this with leniency, he's going to need to give them everything. And they're going to be well within their rights to pursue this course of action, because what Nike are going to say is that his promotion of replicas and the sheer scale of the community that he has created to help facilitate all of these counterfeit purchases have directly impacted Nike's sales. He's also going to have to stop selling and promoting counterfeit items. And so you can basically say goodbye to his TikTok and even potentially his YouTube channel. And to be honest, I think that is really just the start of it. At the end of the day, Nike is a multi-billion-dollar company, the biggest sportswear brand in the world. They eat cases and dudes like this for breakfast on the daily. And I think they're going to look to establish a precedent here with a strong deterrent for a lot of other people out there that might like to act as a copycat or mimic this type of behavior in the future. And because Nike can't really do anything about what's going on in China, they are going to want to lay down a marker and make it very clear to anybody in the US that might be trying to do anything along these lines that, should they do so, will incur these types of penalties. So I think it's over for CDAS. I think the bro's toast. I'm not trying to hate, not trying to prey on the downfall or anything like that. I just think if you play silly games, you win stupid prizes, you fuck arounds like this, at some point you are going to find out. And bro is finding out right now. But feel free to let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I would love to hear what you guys think. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care for now, and peace.